Hi, superstars. It is time for English. We are on Unit 6, Week 2. We're going to be talking about the weather. And our weekly concept is, what's the weather? What happens in different kinds of weather? Well, weather changes each day and throughout the year. What do you wear in different kinds of weather? If it's snowing, you dress differently than when it's sunny. And if it's raining, you probably dress differently than when it's windy. So you dress according to what the weather is like, and that weather changes. So we're going to be talking about weather. Let's look at this picture. What is this? Do you know what this is called? It's called an umbrella. Can you say umbrella? People can use umbrellas to stay dry in the rain. So what's happening in this picture? It looks like it's raining, and over here it says, it's raining cats and dogs. Now, it's not really raining cats and dogs, is it? But it's raining really heavy, and sometimes people say it's raining cats and dogs. That's just an expression they use. So it's raining. And why do you think rain is important? Well, water helps plants grow. Let's watch a video about the weather. And this is a video about what happens in different kinds of weather.
What's the weather? What happens in different kinds of weather? We can have fun in all kinds of weather. In windy weather, you can fly a kite high in the sky. In warm weather, the hot sun shines down on us. The beach is the best place to be. Leaves change color and fall when the air becomes cool. Rake them up into a big pile. Cold weather makes snow and ice. Bundle up and go ice skating with your family. What is your favorite kind of weather?
Let's go over some vocabulary words that you're going to hear throughout this unit. The first word is drought. Can you say drought? Drought. The drought caused the dirt to dry up and crack. Drought. A drought is a long period of time with no rain. So when it doesn't rain for a long period of time, we say we've been in a drought. It's very dry. Let's look at our next vocabulary word. Temperature. Repeat after me. Temperature. The outside temperature today is around 70 degrees. Temperature. The temperature tells how hot or cold something is. Temperature. Clever. If you have a clever idea, you have a smart idea. Clever. The clever bird played with the ball. So that bird is clever or smart. Predict. Repeat after me. Predict. I predict that you will enjoy that book. Predict. To predict is to guess what will happen in the future. Predict. Storm. Storm. During a storm, there are strong winds, heavy rain, or snow. After the rainstorm, there were large puddles in the street. Storm. She. This is a high frequency word. So you should practice looking at it as you say it. She. She can kick the ball. She. This is the word she. Say it with me. She. Let's spell the word together. S-H-E. She. Was. This is another high frequency word. Was. Monday was a hot day. Was. Was. Let's spell was together. W-A-S. Was. All right, superstars, I want you to practice those vocabulary words. We're going to now read about the rainy season in a part of Africa. How do you think the animals feel about the rain? All right, events are usually told in order or sequence in a story. So some words such as first, then, next, and last signal the order. You can use the words and the pictures in a story to form pictures in your mind of what's happening. This story is called Rain, and it is by Manja Stolik. Now, Manja Stolik is the author and the illustrator of this book. All right, this story, Rain, is a fantasy story. Fantasy stories have characters, people, or animals that are not real. Some events in fantasy, such as animals talking, could never happen in real life. All right, let's begin.
Rain. Written and illustrated by Manja Stojic. It was hot. Everything was hot and dry. The red soil was hot and dry and cracked.
Okay, remember, sentences always begin with a capital letter and end with an ending punctuation. So let's read these lines again. I'm going to underline them as I read them. It was hot. Everything was hot and dry. The red soil was hot and dry and cracked. How many sentences are on the pages? Remember, a sentence always begins with a capital and it ends with a punctuation mark. So we have 1, 2, and 3 complete sentences on this page. So what is the end punctuation mark for each of them? So each of them have the same punctuation mark. What is that called? A period. Now, it said that the red soil was hot and dry and cracked. Do you know what soil means? It means dirt. And when they say it was cracked, what do you think that means? That means it was broken.
A porcupine sniffed around. It's time, she whispered. The rain is coming. I can smell it. I must tell the zebras.
All right, let's look at these marks here. These are called quotation marks. Can you say quotation marks? They show when a character is talking. So when we put quotation marks, that means that one of the characters is speaking. All right, let's listen again one more time so we understand what they're talking about.
A porcupine sniffed around. It's time, she whispered. The rain is coming. I can smell it. I must tell the zebras.
All right, so we read earlier that it was hot and dry. Now the rain is coming. This is the beginning of the story. Let's see what happens.
Lightning flashed. The rain is coming, said the zebras. Porcupine can smell it. We can see it. We must tell the baboons.
I read that there's lightning and I see a drawing of it. I can make a picture in my mind of lightning flashing brightly in the sky. This helps me to understand what's happening near the zebras.
Thunder boomed. The rain is coming, cried the baboons. Porcupine can smell it. The zebras can see it. We can hear it. We must tell the rhino.
All right, so we just read that lightning flashed. What happened next with the weather? Thunder boomed. They heard thunder.
A raindrop splashed. The rain is here, said the rhino. Porcupine smelled it. The zebras saw it. The baboons heard it. And I felt it. I must tell the lion.
Remember that the quotation marks begin and end the words a character says. Who's speaking? It's the rhino.
The lion spoke in a deep purr. Yes, the rain is here. I can smell it. I can see it. I can hear it. I can feel it. And, he sighed, I can taste it.
All right, so what's happening in the story now? It's raining. The lion says he can taste the rain.
It rained, and it rained, and it rained. It rained until every river gushed and gurgled. It rained until every water hole was full.
Well, I read before that the rain was just starting. Now I read that it rained and rained. I can make a picture in my mind of a strong rainstorm. I see puddles filling, rain is everywhere. This helps me to understand how the weather in the story is changing.
Then the rain stopped, and everywhere long, feathery grasses grew from the soil. Every tree began to sprout fresh, green leaves.
What happened after it stopped raining? Grass grew, trees sprouted leaves. Do you know what sprout means? Sprout means grow. So leaves were growing.
I can't taste the rain now, purred the lion, but I can enjoy the shade of these big, green leaves. I can't feel the rain now, said the rhino, but I can lie in the cool, soft, squelchy mud.
Squelchy means squishy and wet. So squelchy mud is squishy and wet mud. So it was hot before the rain. The text says that the mud is cool and soft. So I make a picture in my mind of the rhino cooling off in the mud. And this helps me understand that the rain made the rhino feel happy.
We can't hear the rain now, shouted the baboons. But we can eat fresh, juicy fruit from the trees.
What do the baboons do after the rain stops? They eat fruit from the trees.
We can't see the rain now, said the zebras. But we can have a refreshing drink from the water hole.
Okay, let's look at this punctuation mark here. This is called a comma. Can you say comma? It is not an end punctuation like a period. You can't end a sentence with a comma. It just gives you a break. So this is called a comma.
I can't smell the rain now, whispered the porcupine. But I know that it will come back again when it's time. The sun shone over the plain. It was hot. Everything was drying out.
All right, can you find the high frequency word was on this page? Was. There it is. Was. That is a high frequency word that you should know.
The red soil was hot and dry.
So
A tiny crack appeared.
what happens at the end of the story? It's dry and hot again. Okay, let's open up our close reading companion to page 65. Make sure you put your name at the top. We're going to answer the question here. And it's about the story we just read, Rain. It says, how do the colors help you think about the weather? Draw the picture and make labels for red, yellow, and gray. So let's go back and look at the page in the story that has those colors. So here we have gray at the top right here. And then we have yellow over here, this part over here. And over here we have red. So how does that make you feel about the weather? What does it make you think? Well, the gray might let you know how the weather is up here in the sky. It's stormy. The red down here is showing us how dry and hot the soil is, right? So it's dry. And over here, it's showing you the dryness of the leaves and the plants. So it's showing us stormy. It's showing us dry plants. And it's showing us hot. All right, let's go back to our reading companion. All right, so here we are on page 65. You're going to draw a picture and you are going to make labels for red, yellow, and gray. So you can go back and look at the picture. Remember, the sky was gray, the soil was red, and the plants were yellow. So the colors tell that it is what? So down here, you are going to write, you're going to complete that sentence. It says the colors tell that it is hot, comma, dry, and stormy, because it's going to rain, or it is raining, period. Let's now turn to page 66. And over here, it says, which words help you think about the rain? Write them. And here it says, I know that the rain is. So let's go back to our story and look at what words help us think about the rain. Okay. So there's words like rained, right? These words help us think about the rain. It says rained, rained, rained. Gushed, help us think about the rain, and gurgled. So over here, we're going to write those words down. Words that help us think about the rain. So we saw, or we read the words. Let me get this here. Rained. What other words did we see? Gushed. The rain was gushing. And gurgled. Those were some words that helped us think about the rain. Down here it says, I know that the rain is what? It looked like it was raining really hard. So I know that the rain is very heavy. It was raining very heavy. All right, make sure your name is at the top of your paper with the date. Good job, superstars. Until next time, have a wonderful day.